Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us again.
Welcome back to what?
To our show.
What show? What's this called?
Listen, sweetie, Daniel. Come on, listen.
No, I know the name of the show. Last time you didn't know the name of the show. You were here with a "Here, sweetie."
It was our first episode, and I was nervous. So, yeah,
because I wasn't nervous.
Well, I was the one that made the mistake. So, there you go. Thank you for joining us back. We hope you enjoyed the first episode. Thank you, Daniel, for doing that lovely music, intro and outro, and the trailer, all that stuff. You know, small things here and there.
Well, yeah, it was a labor of love, and I was on vacation all week, so I had nothing better to do.
That's good. Yeah, nothing better to do, as Dad and Mom work their asses off.
I cooked for you guys.
Oh,
I did cook for you guys. So
You did. So, thank you. What was it, Parmesan chicken?
Parmesan chicken, General Tso chicken, and chow mein.
Chow mein. There you go. Clearly, Daniel's in love with Asia.
Thank you.
You are?
Yeah, I love Asia.
Yeah, me too. Asian food is the bomb, diggity. But that's not what we're going to be talking about today. Before we actually get into our topics, we wanted to kind of cover a couple of things that we discussed last time, but I think we omitted some important stuff.
Yeah, some major important stuff. Like we didn't even realize it until it was brought up to our attention.
Yeah, we were listening to ourselves, and then before we even listened to ourselves, people were already telling us, and by people I mean Daniela.
Specifically her boyfriend.
Yeah, they told us that we didn't call or say her name, not call. We didn't say her name when we were calling out our families.
You referred to her as the female?
She is the female of the family.
But I mean, she's not the only female. I mean, we have Mom.
Yeah, but I was talking about our siblings. So I was referring to our siblings. And yeah, I did not mean I did not mean to omit her name or not say her name. It's just... You know, I got nervous, started saying female, girl, sister. I forget what it was, but I just continued to name gender.
We're going to forget to mention her name again.
No, we're not, because I already did. Daniela.
Okay, I forgot that we already mentioned
Yeah, Daniela. And it makes sense, because your name's Daniel, Daniela. That's how Mom and Dad named him.
Well, yeah, she's my favorite sister.
Favorite sister, yeah. Your only sister.
Thank you.
Yeah. But, yeah, no. So, Diana. Daniela, sorry for omitting your name last time. We did not mean to do that, but so yeah, that's about it on that.
So we went pretty heavy on Apple last week's episode.
Yeah, we did, and I think we had a couple of comments from people saying that we should get sponsored by Apple, which I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But I mean, we love the product. For most products, I don't like their computers too much. I like them. They're very expensive.
They're extremely expensive. I'm still paying off my current computer. And I bought this a year and 3 months ago or something.
Yeah, but Daniel is rolling on dough.
No, I'm not rolling on dough.
He is made out of dough. Yeah, that's right. If you saw him, you would think he was made out of dough.
The Pillsbury Doughboy.
Yes.
Not a sponsor.
But yeah, no. So, but we do want to talk about a couple of things, right, from technology. Today's topic is not completely about technology. We just wanted to give you guys some tips about technology, because I think not everybody knows. We learn something new every day, and one of the things that I don't think Daniel knew until I told him was that if you want to charge your phone faster, you could do one of two things. You can put your phone in, what is it called? Battery saver mode?
Yeah, battery save mode,
and or just turn it off altogether. So like if you're very low, like below 5%, and you want to quickly charge or get a quick charge out of it, turn it off completely, plug it up. It'll charge a lot quicker than when it's running. So
yeah, and that completely blew my mind. I've had an iPhone with me in my pocket since like I said last time, since the iPhone 5. And I had no idea. I use my phone constantly, and I had no idea that was even a thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the case with all iPhones. Not all phones. Like Androids too. They have the battery save mode, whatever you call it. So you can do that, and then it'll help you, quickly charge your phone, your device. Yeah. So that's the benefit of it. But since we're talking about phones, and before we move on to our actual topic, Daniel, last week you told me you were gonna get your iPhone 12, your 12-incher on.
My what?
I mean your iPhone 12.
12-incher.
12-incher. Your iPhone 12. I don't even know. It's a big screen though, right? They increased it.
6.7.
Really?
6.7 inch display.
Yeah, they've definitely increased that the size even more than the last was the Max Pro Max or whatever it was called.
I mean, it's honestly a centimeter from what it looks like for me. It's a centimeter in difference. I'm holding both phones right now, and it is a little bit bigger. The display is definitely bigger, and it feels a lot bigger. But I mean, it's still a great phone. It's just the size didn't really change all that for me. What really did change for me was the freaking camera. That is insane.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I had a coworker that has one, and he said that he likes that. I don't know that he's been able to utilize it like he does with his other phones yet, but and he loves taking pictures, and as a lot of people do. So I think if that's one of the things that you like, something that I don't like, I don't do a lot of. And but yeah, if you do, that's a great benefit from it. But going back to the fact that you said you were going to get it on the 25th of November, what happened?
I have no idea. Like literally after we finished like editing our show and all of that, I get an email from Sprint, and it says your product is being shipped. And I was like, what the hell? All right. I immediately took a screenshot and sent it to the family.
There you go. So you got your phone already, which is good. We can definitely vouch for the fact that it's good.
It's fast.
It's fast.
The 5G is fast.
The 5G is fast. There we go. See, people, get that 5G installed or whatever.
Before we make this entire video about Apple again, let's move on.
Let us do that. Yeah. So today we're gonna kind of switch it up a little bit and talk about I think TV. I think TV this year has been, streaming services, because it's not TV. I mean, it is TV, but you don't have to have like a television only, right? You can watch it on your phone.
Yeah.
You can really do a computer, really anywhere. You can just watch shows, watch even, actual live TV, like YouTube TV is a thing. There's,
definitely.
Hulu TV. I think a lot of services. So that is something that has become big in general, but this year, because of the pandemic, we have a lot more people sitting at home on their couches, bedrooms, and just binge watching like different shows, right?
Yeah, I think I've seen every show that Hulu has to offer.
Really? Yeah. See, I think we have a family plan for Hulu, and you shared that with us.
Yep.
But we watch that mainly for like TV shows that we don't want to watch commercials on.
Yeah, Hulu is mainly for TV shows. Netflix is for movies, and then HBO Max is for HBO Max.
Yeah, but no, Netflix has some good TV shows too.
It has some good TV shows, but it's nothing. I mean, I don't like their Netflix series. Like, I haven't seen, except for Money Heist, which I only got up to season 2, and then it kind of felt repetitive. But
is that the one you watched in Spanish?
Yeah. So I had difficulty understanding some of the stuff.
Yeah, because as you all, I don't know if anybody listening knows, Daniel is very fluent in Spanish.
Yeah.
Habla español.
Mi español no es muy buena como le de usted.
There we go. See, you could hear that, and that's him trying not to have an accent.
Thank you. I don't actually speak like that.
No, but yeah. So yeah, TV has been big this year, and I mean, it always has. I think since TV came out, but streaming services and binge watching, that's something I don't think that was a thing like
3 years ago.
Yeah, it's something new, and we all do it. I think more and more now that you have like 20 episodes that come out at once.
Especially with Netflix. That's the one thing that I don't really like about Netflix, too, with their series. I do watch an anime on it, The Seven Deadly Sins. It's a great anime for those who want to watch an anime. But once their season comes out, all of their episodes come out at once. And I end up binge watching the entire season literally in one day in one sitting. which is not it's not healthy for a person. But.
It isn't, but I think that's a little bit of self-control because I have friends that only watch Netflix, not only, but they only watch the series once all of the episodes are out because they don't want to be tied down to like cliffhangers, you know? Because there's like cliffhangers, you know, oh, what's going to happen next? And then you don't have the option to watch it right away. You have to wait a week. And that was like Game of Thrones. That was a big one, like way before the pandemic. People were watching, but they couldn't wait to watch. So I had friends, I know people that would hold off on watching all of it until all of the episodes were out just so they didn't have to wait out. I mean, that's hard to do because nowadays Facebook, radio, I mean, everywhere you go, that's all they talk about. The popular shows and then, you know, what is that called when they, spoiler.
Oh, yeah. The hardest one, so for one of my favorite movies, and I thought they did a pretty good job, or at least all of my friends did, when the Avengers movie came out. I didn't get to go watch it opening day.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just maybe I didn't get a ticket. Maybe they were sold out, but I didn't get a chance to go watch it opening day. So when I finally did get to go watch it, I didn't have to stay clear of Facebook because my friends or people I follow, they didn't talk about it because the Russo brothers were like, Thanos demands your silence. Don't spoil the movie. Stay quiet. And they kept saying that for like 3 weeks before they were like, okay, you can talk about it now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
This is for what movie again?
Endgame.
Oh, the last of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, we watched that. I think we watched it together.
Yeah, I saw it like 5 times.
Okay.
Theaters.
Yeah. Yeah, as you remember in our last episode, we talked about last episode. Our first episode, which was our last episode, we made a comment about that Daniel watches the movies that he likes like 5 times. How many times have you watched Iron Man?
Yeah, too many to count.
Too many to count. There you go. See? And that's the same for a lot of the Marvel movies, though, right?
I saw Ant-Man in theater 4 times.
In theaters 4. See, I don't know. There's a lot of movies that I enjoy watching, and even though they're in Netflix or there's like, I would not just watch them 4 times. Never. I've watched them maybe 4 times in my whole lifetime, but I think you watched them 4
Back to
times.
back.
Yeah, see?
Almost back to back.
Yeah, I couldn't do that, but I guess to each their own. And yeah. But going back to shows and Netflix and things like that, we wanted to kind of share with you guys our favorite genres of like movies and things like that. But before we get to that, the word genre, how do you when you read that, Daniel, how do you pronounce that, or how do you like want to read it?
I mean, I know the words, so I just go genre.
Is that something that you always knew how to say?
I mean, I basically grew up here, so I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think about it. Why?
Yeah, because like when I was younger, I mean, I wasn't born here, and I came here when I was 14, so I never wanted once to say genre because it sounds like it has a Z in there. It has like an A at the end. Those letters are not on the word. It's G-E-N-R-E, genre. Where do you get the sounds?
Wait, where would you read? How would you read it?
Genre?
You would read it genre?
Genre? I mean, if it's a silent E at the end, I don't know.
What the freak, dude?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to call it genre. It's just like saying, what is that? Carnal? How do you pronounce that?
Carnal?
Yeah, and how do you spell that?
There's no R. I can tell you that right now.
So there's so many like words, and that's one of the things that I had. Bologna.
There's
yeah.
a G in there. Bologna. That's actually how it was originally pronounced.
Bologna.
And then the Americans, the American English, it evolved to just call it bologna.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I think, for me, learning the language, I was always confused because in Spanish, every letter has its sound, and
H?
What? Well,
what about H?
Silent, but it's that it's one thing. It doesn't like sometimes have a sound and sometimes doesn't have a sound. You know what I mean? Like you always don't say it. So when it appears, you just don't say it. But like here, like or any other word in English, not any other word. Some words make sense, but a lot of words don't make sense.
You mean like knight or night?
Night, yeah. There you go. And I heard, if I didn't hear, but I read or something like that those words were changed.
Yeah.
Some words just so they wouldn't be the same as the Old English.
Yeah, Old English, they actually did say knight. It wasn't like, with the sword and shield, they would call them knights.
Knife. How about Knife?
Knife.
Yeah, we'll see.
Everything with the silent K, way back when, and I'm talking about like King Arthur time period, was Knight.
Oh, you remember those times?
No, I mean I heard that somewhere. I don't remember where, but that's how they used to pronounce the words. I mean, there was no such thing as a silent letter. That's just a waste of.
Alphabet?
I feel like a waste of waste of alphabet. Why not just not use that letter?
Yeah, true. I don't know. Yeah, there's silent E's. There's a lot of nuances to the English language, but I think we're like sidetracking too much here. So let's go ahead and go back to the genres and our favorite genres. So I think one of the things that we don't like, that we don't share is the musicals, right? You love musicals.
I do.
All kinds of musicals or just like the Disney musicals?
Well, I mean, I've only ever listened to, there was The Greatest Showman, High School Musical. Great one.
Okay.
Because we're all in this together.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, Les Miserables was also another good one. And Alexander Hamilton. I haven't gotten a chance to see that yet, but that is something that I desperately want to watch.
Desperately, huh? Not so desperately because it's on Netflix
It's on Netflix.
or
It's on
Disney Plus. One of them is there. You could watch it anytime you want, especially because you were off the last few days. So it's not desperately.
I've been busy this week.
No, you haven't.
Yes,
I
have.
No, you just clearly don't.
I have the soundtrack on my phone, actually.
Okay, I have the soundtrack to Lion King. I don't watch Lion King.
I don't get what your point is.
That you don't have time. I mean, you do have time, and you just choose not to watch it.
It's a commitment. If I sit down and watch it, I have to finish watching it, and I don't want to get bored and fall asleep.
How many times have you watched a show a movie that you've already watched this week?
I saw Kingsman earlier today.
And how many times have you had seen that before?
Really, including today, I think it was 3 times total.
So see, you could have saved that time and just allocated it to Hamilton.
I fell asleep.
Yeah, so I call you bluff on that, but I on the other hand do not like musicals. You know,
I like musicals. It's good. I don't understand. Yeah. You or Daniela and Macho, you guys don't like musicals for some reason.
Because I mean, so let me clarify. I like musicals like Disney musicals because I think because I grew up with them. 1, 2, because there's dialogue. There's like talking in it.
Yeah,
you know,
I think you're referring to like the Lion King. That's not a musical. That's just a movie with music in it. Musicals are like non-stop singing, kind of. There's some dialogue, but it's almost non-stop singing. Like Alexander Hamilton, Les Miserables, and even The Greatest Showman. There was some dialogue, but it was majority of the show was singing.
No, man. There was songs in between the talking. That's the difference right there. There is songs in between the dialogue, but if there's none of that, no dialogue, like Les Miserables. So that's a great example because I remember this whenever it came out, 2016, whenever it was. It was way back, right? And Nella and I were already married, and I think we had Romario. But her cousins wanted to go watch it. I didn't know any better. I didn't know it was a musical. She tricked me. She said, "Yeah, you should go." She knew it was a musical, and she still like encouraged me to go, knowing that I don't like it. So I'm not like it, but don't like musicals. And so I get there and I found out that it was a musical because the whole time everybody's just singing the whole time.
And you didn't enjoy that?
Not one bit because I couldn't follow.
What?
I couldn't. Like I was like, why are you singing at him when you can just be talking at him? And then at the same time, I was like, I don't know. The singing just threw me off. I kid you not. I forced myself to follow. That was one of the first movies where I just like, I'm not going to watch this. I'm going to fall asleep. And, I fell asleep for most of it. The only thing I remember is when and I don't know who he is. I just know as one of the main characters is like on the bridge, just standing there, and he throws himself into the water, I think to the river to avoid being killed or something, to like die with. I don't even know if that's the right description of the moment that was happening, but I remember that, and I think it was Gerald Butler. Was he in it?
Who? I don't know the names. I don't know the names. The only actor that I definitely know's name was in there was Hugh Jackman. That's it.
Okay, so maybe it was him. I don't know. It was one of them. Hugh Jackman? Are you referring to like
Wolverine?
But wasn't he in
The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about The Greatest Showman.
I know you're not talking about The Greatest Showman.
He was also in this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. But
That's actually where he got one of his, besides Broadway, like one of his first movie singing careers kind of thing.
Singing careers? Singing roles?
I mean, like he was freaking Wolverine for so many years, right?
Oh,
this is one of his singing roles.
Got it. Okay, yeah. But so that was my little story about Les Miserables, or however you pronounce it, because it's in French.
Les Miserables. Les Miserables. I can't pronounce it either.
Yeah, there you go. But you guys know what we're talking about, Los Miserables. There you go.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so that movie was, I got tricked into watching it. Never again will I trust when Nella willingly sends me to the movies with her cousins, because that was quite a trap. So yeah, that's, I think, one of the things that we disagree on.
We definitely disagree on that.
Yeah, but there's a lot that we do agree on, like horror movies.
We do enjoy. I don't necessarily like horror movies. I can watch a horror movie, but
thrillers. You like Saw, right?
Saw is good. Saw was amazing, and at first I didn't want to watch it at all.
I had to convince you.
Yeah, you convinced me to watch it.
Yeah, but you liked it.
Yeah, it was great. I'm glad you did.
Yeah, see, that's another movie that I had my coworkers. They made fun of me when I said it was a good movie. I don't know if they made fun of me because I said it was a good movie or because of the way I approached it, but nevertheless, they made fun of me because I think I explained it to them to try to convince them to watch it because they were just caught up, and I think most people are caught up in like the bloodiness of it.
Yeah, that's actually one of the reasons when it first came out when I was a kid, I didn't want to watch it because of that. Like, I remember having nightmares for that, and I didn't even, like, the only thing that creeped me out about the movie was that freaking doll. That's it.
Yeah, the doll is a bit scary, creepy, but, like, there's a lot of blood in all of the movies, like 1 through however many they have. I forget, 6?
5 or 6.
5 or 6, right? And there's
with
a new one coming out,
Jigsaw,
Spiral.
And, yeah, Spiral with, what's his name, Chris Rock?
Chris Rock bought the franchise, but yeah, all of them have a lot of blood, and I get it. It's not for everybody. Blood is not for everybody. Gruesomeness. So if you are not for that, then yeah, don't watch it. But there's a good story behind that, like twists and turns.
It was definitely, it kept me on my toes.
Yeah, once you find the first one, the second one, up to the fourth, maybe fifth one, the content is good. But then after that, it's just like, okay, you're just wanting to keep the franchise alive. I watch them no matter what because I like the franchise. I like what they did with it, so I'm a fan. No matter how many they make, I'm going to continue to watch it. And even if my coworkers keep making fun of it or fun of me for it. But yeah, so that's another movie that I think we both enjoyed watching in the horror genre, right?
Yeah. Let's see. What about any TV shows? I mean, we watch a lot of comedy TV shows.
We do.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is hysterical.
Oh, yep. That's a good one. What's Cloud9?
Or Superstores, actually.
Yeah,
Superstore.
Cloud9 is the name of the store in this show, but Superstore is the name of the store.
It's basically like,
Walmart? Yeah. It's a Walmart. Yeah, it's just the happenings of The Office, a classic.
Oh, yeah. And I brought that to the entire family. No one wanted to watch it until I brought it in.
Well, you maybe said it to me, but you know who actually got me into it? My coworkers.
Whatever, man.
No, it's the truth. They kept telling me about it. They kept talking to me about it, and then they're like, "You watch it," and they told me get through the first season.
The first season was, I mean, it was hard to watch. The only reason I kept with it is because my best friend Alvaro told me to stick with it.
Yeah, and I think that's the truth with a lot of shows nowadays. Like the first season, you have to kind of like get a feel for it and get to like understand where their comedy is, like gauge it, kind of, And that's what it was with The Office for me, and I think for a lot of people.
It was a lot of old school humor.
No, yeah, that, and also a lot of like uncomfortable humor, like the way that they like say things, or like the snip snip snap snap. I don't know if you all remember that, but like Michael just made it uncomfortable and awkward for everybody.
Extremely awkward.
Throughout the show, like making racist jokes, making sexist jokes.
One of the hardest episodes for me to watch was the Michael Scott's Tots, where he like promised a bunch of first graders that he'd pay for their college or something.
Yes, I remember that.
that episode, whenever I rewatch the series, and I've watched it like 3 or 4 times already, I always skip that episode. I can't watch it again.
Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a bit sad, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's the gem of it. You know, like they're not afraid to like step on some lines, and I think
no, definitely not.
Yeah, but that's unique. I think a lot of shows are, stay on the safer side, but yeah, there's a lot of good TV out there. I don't know that they're on Netflix anymore. Is it?
I think it's on it's still actually on Netflix. I think until the end of this year, then it's going to Peacock.
Peacock. Okay, so yeah, that's another streaming service that started not too long ago by NBC, I think, right?
Yeah, it's pure NBC shows.
Yeah, so it's going there. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, you can binge watch it. Probably it's like 11 seasons.
10.
10. Okay, so it's a lot of seasons, and some of them have longer episodes. I think one season has longer episodes, but the other ones, most of them are 20, 25 minutes long.
20, 30 minutes long, yeah. And then
yeah.
That one that's like, or those few episodes are like an hour long, and it's full of content. It's just still hysterical, but...
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. There's a lot of good TV, or a lot of good shows that I think we can recommend. Like, I mean, I wouldn't recommend Tiger King, but that's one of the things that I think was right up with like when we started the pandemic and quarantine.
Yeah,
it was a big thing, right? It was number 1 on Netflix for a while. I watched it, right?
I didn't watch it. No, I couldn't watch it.
You couldn't watch it.
Well,
yeah,
I mean, it's not that I couldn't watch it. I didn't want to watch it. It was too mainstream, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about it. It was all over TV, all over the news and stuff. But it was interesting to watch. It
kind of pissed me off, honestly.
It's like a kind of like a guilty pleasure. Is that what they say? Like where you should
pleasure.
Yeah, when you shouldn't watch
it's
it.
Trash TV.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Or garbage TV, something like that.
Yeah, it was entertaining, but I don't know that everybody would enjoy watching it.
Kind of like the Transformers movie.
Transformers
movies.
Yeah, I watched maybe the first and second one, but I haven't watched after that. Other good shows that I think that I would recommend our listeners, our sweeties, our listen sweeties.
Our sweeties.
Yeah, whatever we want to call them.
Sweeties.
Yeah, they watch is Ratchet on Netflix. Is very good. Is a thriller.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's set in a asylum.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did tell me about this one.
Yeah, Insane Asylum. It's very good. It's the same makers of American Horror Story.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so my coworker, recommended that, and it's very good. I recommend it if you like that kind of show. Another one, Cobra Kai. I think Daniel, you recommended that to me.
Yeah, and what's great about Cobra Kai is it literally goes right off from the movies. Like you finish the first, second, and third one, and it's the same characters as adults now.
Yeah, it's actually the same cast, right?
Yeah, even well, actually, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to spoil anything. But there's a lot of characters from the original one in the first and second season, and it's just, I think it's incredible how they brought it all back. Like,
yeah,
in a way that, like when you're watching the first one, it's so clear and obvious who the bad guy is, but from his perspective, it's that's where it kind of leads off. It's his perspective, and he's not the bad guy in this one.
Yeah, it definitely does give you a spin of the story, right? Because like in the movies, when I remember watching it when I was younger, not a kid, because I wasn't a kid at the time anymore. I was younger, but yeah, you knew who the bad guy was in that movie, but that's not how it was to him. That's all we're gonna say. I think we shouldn't spoil it.
We don't want to spoil anything.
But if you haven't watched it and you watch Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3, or just even 1, I think you would enjoy it. Like you would enjoy this.
It was really good.
Yeah, it gives you a different perspective, and I think it's a good way to gives you perspective in life, because I think that's what happens in life. Like you only see one side, and then you don't see the other side.
It's generally the winner's side.
Yeah, but not only that. Like if somebody I saw a picture on Facebook. And you see this lioness, I guess, is carrying their child. And the one picture is showing you from, like, the profile. So you see the lioness, like, it's biting the kid, like, the little cub's head off. But from another angle, is actually just carrying it. So, like, it gives you a different perspective, a different view of, like, where things are. And I think that's very important in life. And that's what and I don't want to give a life lesson here, but that's kind of what I
took from it.
Yeah, I mean, and just in general, right? Because you get to see the different side, and I think you root for the bad guy in this one, kind of. I guess you could say.
Well, I mean, the original. I don't know who you mean by the bad guy. Do you mean the?
Yeah, so well, watch it. Let's just end it at that because we don't want to. It's really good. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it if you have enjoyed the movies. So that's our recommendation. But before we wrap up, because we're getting here close to time, we're also big comedians. Comedians, yeah, we're comedians. No, we're comedy fans. We like stand-up comedy in particular, not just movies and comedy that way, but stand-up comedy is like one of our, I think, genres that we both really, really enjoy.
Yeah, we do. It's
and similar material. I mean, similar material, right? Like different comedians, but the similar kind of comedy.
I mean, most of the comedians that we listen to are generally clean comedians.
They don't curse a lot, and if they do, it's very
family
minimal.
friendly.
Yeah, like Jim Gaffigan,
Ryan Hamilton.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's one I don't think a lot of people know about. Ryan Hamilton.
He's kind of like an unsung hero. He's hysterical.
Yeah, he's on Netflix too. If you guys have a chance to watch it, his comedy's clean. It's just really funny. Nate Bargatze, another one from Netflix that came. We've gone to a couple of shows, right?
2 of his shows. One in D.C. and another one in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and that was after the pandemic, or during the pandemic. Yeah, they were the drive-in, one of the first. That was the first drive-in that I've been to.
Yeah, same for me. That was actually a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, it was. We went with Hota Evelyn, right? It was really good. It was funny. I think the comedy is good. He talks about the pandemic. So if you like comedy and you haven't heard Nate Bargatze, really good on Netflix.
He's hysterical. Honest recommendation. He's too funny.
Yeah, but. Yeah, I mean, at least for us, because that's the type of comedy we like. Ryan Hamilton, same thing, similar. So if you watch one of these and you like it, any other recommendation I think you'd enjoy? Jim Gaffigan, Brian Regan.
Oh, yeah, Brian Regan. I forgot about him.
Yeah, Brian Regan, really good.
Kevin Hart, he's
got a new thing coming out.
Oh, yeah? Really?
He did it on his, it's like he's in his living room, and he's got a couple guests. I don't know how many, but it seems like maybe 10, 20 in his living room. Mm-hmm. And it's got... it's coming out, I think, this week.
A new TV series?
No. It's stand-up.
Comedy special.
Yeah, comedy special. Yeah, but it's in his living room. So that's coming out if you are a Kevin Hart fan. I mean, I like him. I enjoy his comedy, but it got repetitive after a while, I think.
Yeah, his older material is definitely a lot better than his new material, but he's still enjoyable to watch. I'd go watch him if he had a show in DC.
Yeah, if it was nearby, I would go watch him too. He's got talent for sure. So, I mean, and who are we to judge? We're no comedians. We're not we're
not professionals.
No, we're not. But I mean, we can, I guess, have an opinion, and we enjoy it. Yeah, we enjoy it. I definitely enjoy his comedy. Some of the things are better than others, like the older stuff, like you said. But I think to me, one of the best, and I think you would agree, Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yes, Dave Chappelle. Yeah. I was actually just watching the Chappelle Show on HBO Max.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten so many awards, He
is honestly the funniest guy than in all of comedy, in my opinion, that I've heard, and that's from Bill Cosby's original act to Kevin Hart's new material.
Bill Cosby's.
Yeah, he used to be funny. He used to be.
I mean, he's funny. He was funny, but I don't know where Bill Cosby came from. But yeah, Dave Chappelle. I mean,
Jerry Seinfeld. I meant to say Jerry Seinfeld.
Bill Cosby. There we go. But no, I mean, yeah, I mean, he did stand-up comedy too. Bill Cosby did, but Dave Chappelle, definitely a funny guy, definitely a very intelligent guy.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you would not. I honestly didn't expect that from him.
Because he's what?
Because his jokes are so they're so relatable.
Yeah, no, but he's a very well-read guy. He knows his stuff. I think he's done a lot of reading, which I don't do. So. But he knows his stuff. He's lived a very difficult life. I mean, I don't know for a fact that he's lived it, but he knows what it takes to
move up and move forward.
Because I think that's the thing. So, and he when he talks, he has a lot of knowledge. At least that comes out. So I think that's
something that he does with his comedy that, I mean, he in one of his specials, in one of his new specials, he did mention, was it the LGBTQ plus community, right? And when a comedian tackles that and tries to make fun of that, there's backlash, right? Daniel Tosh did that, and he had like a bunch of angry fans, like basically saying, "Hey, you can't say that. It's bad and it's wrong and all that." But when Dave Chappelle did it, he did it in a way that he wasn't like making fun of them, but he was making fun of himself for not understanding them.
Yeah, it's the way you present something to someone, right? I think that's the key, and I think presentation and how you communicate with your audience is very important. And that's kind of I think where we can kind of wrap up on that topic, because I think that's gonna be key to what we do here, because the way you present something to your audience, you know, makes a difference, and that also ties kind of to our story, right? To the story of our name, Listen Sweetie. Yeah, because there's definitely a story behind it. To us, it was hilarious at the moment. When we tell it, and we're planning on hopefully telling it next week, or not next week, whenever our next episode comes out. So if you are interested in listening and understanding why we have that name, some of you may already know, but we'll share that story with everybody, all of our listeners, all of our sweeties. We'll share that next time, and to kind of like give you an insight of why we picked that name, and also to continue with this kind of topic where the perspective and the approach you take to communicate something makes a whole lot of a difference, right?
Yeah, because I mean, like when like as opposed to just like texting someone, you could say, "Hey man, are we still on for today?" And they could be like yelling at you, and you could just be like reading it like, "Hey man, are we still on for today? Like, are we still hanging out?" And they're like legit mad at you or not mad at you at all, and then you're just responding, "Yeah, let's go," and then they're just like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
Yeah, you mean like the texting and how the tone of the voice is lost? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because I mean, that's where a lot of punctuation comes in. But I don't use punctuation when I text. Nobody does.
Yeah, I try to, because at least I maybe to stay correct. But you're right; it's not something that everybody does, especially when you're texting. And a lot of people don't even text no more. You just tell Siri what you wanted to type,
and then she'll type it, or he'll type it.
Yeah, he or she will. It will type it. But at the same time, you can say period, you can say exclamation mark, so it'll add it. But who does that when you're telling Siri? You know, you just ramble on, and then you have like a long run-on paragraph, not even a sentence, a paragraph that you're sending to someone. But yeah, I think that's kind of what we want to talk about a little bit next time, and maybe some other things amongst that. But if you want to find out where that story, or not find out where that story came from, but find out where our name came from, the story that, you know, we'll tell more about it, you know, join us.
That was just very awkward for you.
It was, and I'm having a lot of side pain from eating those many breads. So, yeah, I think we'll call it a day with that, or a night. Is middle of the night right now. Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, middle of the night.
Close to middle of the night.
You're an idiot. Anyway, thank you for listening, and you'll hear from us soon.
Yeah, we'll be coming back in your ears.
Just whisper.
Yeah, we'll be back. Daniel was a little bit awkward, but thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time, sweeties.
Good night.